Long ago, in a quaint village nestled in the embrace of rolling hills, there lived a young woman known far and wide for her impatience. Her boundless energy and ambition were often overshadowed by her constant desire to rush toward results. She sought quick answers and immediate success, viewing time as an obstacle rather than an ally. One bright morning, as she strolled through the village, her thoughts swirling with plans and worries, she came upon an elderly man seated beneath the generous shade of a majestic peach tree. The tree's branches stretched wide, their lush leaves rustling gently in the breeze. Its presence radiated peace, as did the old man resting against its sturdy trunk. Curiosity tugged at her, and she approached. The man's weathered face held a serene expression, his eyes sparkling with an unspoken wisdom that drew her in. "Excuse me, sir," she began, her voice soft yet filled with urgency. "I couldn't help but notice how calm and peaceful you seem. How do you remain so patient and at ease? Life feels so full of chaos and demands." The old man smiled warmly, his gaze shifting momentarily to the peach tree beside him. He gestured toward it with a slow, deliberate movement. "This tree has taught me the power of patience," he said simply, his voice steady and calm. She furrowed her brow, glancing at the tree in confusion. A tree? What could a tree possibly teach about patience? The man patted the ground beside him, inviting her to sit. Intrigued, she accepted, settling down on the cool earth. Once she was seated, he began to speak, his voice carrying the weight of years of understanding. "Many years ago," he said, "this tree was planted by a young farmer. The farmer dreamed of harvesting sweet, ripe peaches and was eager to enjoy the fruits of his labor. He tended to the sapling with great care, watering it daily, making sure the soil was rich and the weeds were kept away. With each passing day, he would check the tree, hoping to see signs of blossoms or fruit. But no matter how much care he gave it, the tree remained bare." The young woman leaned in, drawn to the rhythm of his storytelling. The old man continued. Frustration began to creep into the farmer's heart. He had done everything right, yet there were no results. For a moment, he thought of giving up, of abandoning the tree and moving on to something else. But deep down, he couldn't bring himself to do it. Something told him to keep going, to keep nurturing the tree despite the lack of immediate rewards. So he did. Seasons came and went. The farmer continued to water the tree, care for it, and protect it from harm. He didn't see fruit in the first year, nor in the second. By the third year, his frustration had turned into quiet acceptance. He realized that the tree would bloom in its own time and that he could only do his part by providing consistent care. The old man paused, letting the story sink in. The woman's impatience, which had been so evident in her posture and expression, began to give way to a quiet curiosity. "What happened then?" she asked softly. The old man smiled. After many seasons had passed, the tree finally blossomed. Its branches were adorned with delicate pink flowers, a sight so beautiful that it took the farmer's breath away. Soon after, the blossoms gave way to the sweetest, juiciest peaches the village had ever tasted. People came from far and wide to marvel at the tree and enjoy its fruit. The farmer's patience had been rewarded in ways he had never imagined. The woman sat in silence, her eyes fixed on the peach tree before her. Its strong trunk and abundant leaves told a story of resilience and growth, a testament to the farmer's unwavering care. "So, you're saying that patience is like tending to a tree?" she asked after a moment. The old man nodded. "Exactly. It requires time, effort, and faith. Just as the farmer couldn't force the tree to bear fruit before it was ready, we cannot rush the process of our own growth or the achievement of our dreams. Impatience only breeds frustration, while patience allows us to nurture our goals and watch them flourish in their own time. the young woman felt a shift within her, a sense of calm washing over her as the old man's words resonated deeply. She thought of her own life, of the countless times she had rushed headlong into endeavors, only to feel disappointment when results didn't come as quickly as she had hoped. Perhaps she had been looking at things all wrong. From that day forward, she began to approach life differently. She reminded herself daily of the lesson she had learned beneath the peach tree. Instead of focusing solely on the outcome, she began to savor the journey. She learned to trust the process, to pour her energy into her efforts without obsessing over immediate results. Seasons continued to pass, and she found herself growing in ways she hadn't anticipated. Her newfound patience brought a sense of peace and fulfillment she had never known. She even returned often to sit beneath the peach tree, its blossoms and fruit, a constant reminder of the wisdom she had gained. Years later, as she watched the tree flourish year after year, she would think back to that fateful day. She had discovered a truth so simple yet profound. Patience is not just a virtue. It is a powerful force capable of transforming dreams into reality. And just like the peach tree, her life began to bear fruit in ways she had never imagined.